It is a clear winter night. Tonight the stars seem to sparkle more brightly than usual. High above we can see a small group of stars known to the Blackfeet people as the Bunched Stars. When the Blackfeet people see these 6 stars, they are reminded of a story of 6 brothers. Sit quietly and let your imagination see the story as you listen to its words, which teach parents and elders to treat young people properly and tells us about family love and how the 6 brothers came to live in the sky.
Kanaka kai pikaniwa, ita kana kia, kitsa mia kimix, pukai, inuyaks, itani tsiwa. There once lived a certain family, a father, a mother, and their 6 boys. The father was not a very good hunter, and the mother was able to gather only a few roots and berries to feed them. They were very poor. The 6 brothers spent their time close together, for they had no friends. In those days, it was the custom that when the iniks, the buffalo, were calving, buffalo robes made from calf hides were made for all the young people. The calf robes were yellow, whereas the buffalo robes of the older buffaloes were dark brown. The children placed the yellow robes around themselves and played ini, buffalo. Each spring, every child got a new yellow buffalo robe. That is, every child except the 6 boys. Year after year, it was the same. The boys hoped for yellow robes, but none came. The other children in the camp made fun of the boys, telling the 6 that they looked foolish in their brown robes. The boys were embarrassed. They lived each day in anger because of the many hateful words and deeds they had to endure. One day, the brothers agreed that after the next spring, if they received no yellow robes, they would go far away from their people, someplace so far away that they would never have to hear the ugly words and laughter of those who made fun of them. The brothers decided they would go live in the sky. When spring came, the people went out for a big buffalo hunt, but like all the springs before, there were no yellow robes for the boys. The brothers agreed. "Now we shall go to the sky," one of the boys said. "When we get to the sky, let us take away all the water in the land for 7 days and 7 nights. Taking water from the people will be a good way to punish them for all the bad things they have said to us." They prepared to go to the sky. The oldest brother took some weasel hairs, and carefully he placed a few hairs on the backs of his brothers. Then he said to them, "Close your eyes, and no matter what, do not open them until I tell you." The 5 younger brothers closed their eyes and kept them shut, just as they were told. The oldest brother took a few more weasel hairs and put them in his mouth. Next, placing the hairs in his hands, he rubbed his palms together, then tossed the hairs up into the air. A few moments passed, and the oldest brother spoke. "Now you may open your eyes." The brothers were amazed. They were in the sky, and they were in the lodge of Natusi, the sun, and Kukumikisum, the moon. Sun spoke to the boys, "Why have you come to the sky?" The boys told Sun about never having yellow robes like the others, and how their people made fun of them because they were poor and had to wear brown robes. Sun then asked, "What do you want of me?" We ask that you punish the people for having treated us so badly. Take water away from all the people for 7 days, said the boys. Sun said nothing, but Moon took pity on the boys and began to weep. She told the boys she would help them, but explained that they would have to stay in the sky forever. Moon asked Sun to help the boys, but Sun said nothing, not a sound. She asked Sun again, but again Sun did not answer her. Only when she asked the 7th time did Sun agree to help her. The very next day, all the earth was hot. Streams, rivers, creeks, and lakes dried to nothing but sand. There was no water anywhere to be seen. That night the people took 2 dogs and went to the dry riverbed. When they reached the bank of the river, the 2 dogs began to dig. And after a while, water came out of the hole they were digging. The dogs had made a spring. Water came from Mother Earth. This was the first time such a thing had happened. The days continued to be hot, and the people dug holes in the earth. They lived in the holes, for it was the only way to stay alive. During the next few days, the dogs made more springs. Then, on the 6th day, the dogs howled, sending their voices to Sun and Moon. The leader of the dogs was a medicine dog, and he prayed, "Sun and Moon, have pity on us." On the 7th day, Sun and Moon let it rain, and water returned to the earth. Ever since that time, the 6 brothers have lived in the sky. And as they were on earth, so they are in the sky. They remain close to one another, a family of stars, seen by all, and called Mioch-Bok-Six, the bunch stars. Look for the bunch stars in the fall, the winter, and in the spring. Bunched together so closely, you can reach your hand to the sky and cover them with your thumb. The brothers cannot be seen in the summer, for by summer the time for calving is over, and the earth is hot and dry. And that is the end of the story of Mioch-Bok-Six, the bunch stars.
If we look high in the sky on a winter night, we can see the stars called the bunched stars. This group of stars has captured the imagination of peoples over all time and over all the world. People have seen 6, 7, 12, and even more stars in this group. But however many you see, you can't see all of them. Just as some people need glasses to see better, so do we need glasses to see these and other stars better. We call these special astronomers' glasses telescopes. So let us now pretend we are wearing astronomers' glasses and take a closer, clearer look at the bunched stars.
Look now as we see the 6 brothers. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Watch carefully as we put on our Hubble telescope glasses. Slowly, slowly, we go from 6 stars to many dozens of stars, a family of stars, as were the 6 brothers. These stars and all the stars we see in the sky, including our star, the sun, were born from giant clouds of gas and dust. These enormous clouds are found floating in space throughout our Milky Way. These star clouds are places where stars are born. They are giant nurseries in space. There we find space clouds so large they are able to give birth to a whole bunch of stars. Some stars are born near the center and others near the edge, others spread out through the cloud. Scientists call these multiple star groups star clusters. And long ago, people could easily see 7 stars in this particular star cluster. The ancient Greeks called them the Pleiades, named after 7 sisters, but we will continue to call them the bunch stars and refer to them as the 6 brothers. In our galaxy, the Milky Way, there are many star clusters, but no one knew about them until the telescope was invented. Here are some other famous star clusters in the Milky Way. The Coma Berenices cluster, the Pleiades cluster, the closest one to us, and the Beehive cluster, which can be seen in the summer without a telescope. Some clusters don't have names. They just have a number assigned to them. The clouds we see on Earth are made of little bits of dust and water and often give birth to rain. But star clouds are way bigger in size. They are millions and millions and millions of miles across and made mostly of hydrogen atoms and other particles. Gravity causes these clouds of atoms and gas and dust to draw together and crowd in close to one another. All the while they are moving and spinning around faster and faster and growing hotter and hotter, and in time these clouds collapse. The hydrogen atoms begin to collide and smash into one another with such force that parts of the atoms hook up or fuse together to make a new gas we call helium. When the hydrogen atoms fuse together to create helium, the cloud becomes a real star, giving off heat and light. This is how all stars, including our star, the sun, are born. And anytime atoms stick or fuse together to make a new kind of atom or element, something amazing happens. That something is electromagnetic radiation. Radiation is energy that sends itself out in the form of heat and light. You can see a very small part of that radiation when you look at the colors around you. You can feel the invisible radiation warm your skin when you sit in a sunlit spot. You are able to hear radiation when you listen to the radio. If you have ever seen an X-ray of a broken bone, the picture was taken with a camera specially made to see radiation that we can't see with our eyes. And right this minute, as you are listening to my voice, our star, the sun, is sending radiation in the form of light and heat to our planet Earth. The 6 bunch stars we see as the brothers in the Blackfeet story are young, hot, blue stars, only a few million years old, which is very young for a star. You could say that star clusters are star families in the sky. Science teaches us that gravity is the force that holds the many stars in this cluster together. In time, these stars will move apart from one another, and in a few million years will look nothing like they do now. In the Blackfeet story, the bunch or family of stars that are the 6 brothers are held together by their love for one another. The Blackfeet people share this story with us so that we may all know about a family's love and how it can be stronger and last longer than the stars. The bunch stars, they are wonderful to see. Look for them on a winter's night.